My name is Monique Townsend, and I'm 39 years old. I'm a native Washingtonian. I've been in D.C. back and forth all my life. I'm an advocate. I'm a mother of 6 children. I have 15 grandchildren. I went to a wellness fair here in the District of Columbia that was sponsored by In Street Village, and I bumped into Miss Kiana and Miss Shaquita, and they was just so nice and pleasant, and they were, open. They asked that I wanted to do an HIV test. So I took the test and everything worked out well, and then they started to tell me more and more about PrEP. But I had been seeing the commercials, but they really helped me get educated on it, make sure I'm fine. They invited me to one of the groups, and I showed up, I fell in love, and following week, I decided to get on PrEP because it's better to be safe than to be sorry. And since then, I've been going to the routine checkups. Miss Kiana and again Miss Shaquita, they keep in touch with me. They always make sure I'm okay. And this will be my second PrEP group. But so far I haven't had any complaints about the meds and how I'm doing with it. So I would recommend it to anybody. Well, during my incarceration time, I was always into any HIV group. I used to be with this, I took a study by the group called Sisters. And it's basically women empowering women on HIV and the status and the knowledge behind it. So then when I came home from prison, they were more and more going into the PrEP and knowledging people about how if you are with someone who is, HIV positive and you want to still be with them on that level, then this is something that has came out, and I just started seeing it getting bigger and bigger. And then by me living here in the District of Columbia, HIV rate is high. I'd rather be safe than to be sorry. I tell everybody, but it's the saying says, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And it's so much of, even though it's been out here for years and years, and like since the early 80s, like 30 plus years, a lot of people, it's still somewhat of a sensitive subject. They're open to it because you see it more, but when it comes down to someone speaking on their health, and really, you never know. You just never know. But I do tell people, I'm not ashamed of nothing I do. My mom always said it, don't do something if you're gonna be ashamed of it. So I will be the gospel. I preach the gospel to let people know this is something we can do to protect ourselves. I would let them know about the Women's Collective, and guide them to the people who showed me the light, which is Miss Shaquita, Miss Kiana, and then they could get the knowledge that I got, and then it still will be up to them to wanna move to that next step or just to be better educated on the subject. It's like a typical routine visit. You go to the doctor, you get checked up, you get weighed, and you get your vitals done, which everybody should periodically. I always encourage people to go to the doctor. So to me, that part doesn't bother me because I do sick checks, will check, all types of checks, because I know in the past the type of lifestyle I lived, and I know all I have on my plate. Basically, I've been going once a week. I usually go on Friday because I get off work early. So I go in, I get seen, I get my meds, and then I take them every day. Education is the key. That's the key to life. So the way you learn is you have to get the knowledge, and if it's someone there willing to give it to you, because it's a lot of people who, have boundaries. They can't read. You can get in the pamphlet, but if they can't read it, but when you have people like Miss Kiana or myself, because I would help someone, or Miss Shaquita, anybody, from the Women's Collective that will bring you in and sit you down and give you the knowledge. Like with the PrEP groups, you want to be prepared. You want to have the tools and the techniques and the things that you need to cover yourself, because your health is you, and that's important. Thank you to the Women's Collective for allowing me to do this interview and for giving me the knowledge and open the door or window of things that I didn't know so that I could go back and educate my children. Like I said, I have 6 adult children who are all sexually active. I got 15 grandchildren. That's the proof. And just to share with people, I will promote you guys to anyone, and thank you for giving us the knowledge.